customizer for the Zingo chip generator. So you need to use this from a desktop computer. You cannot use it from your mobile. Click on Customize, not on Download 3MF. You can use Download 3MF once you have your file, and then just delete the things on the plate and add your own, and this will use all my printer settings, which I have already checked to work. So customize, then choose whichever one of these you want. The second one is the one where I've adapted it so you can use a separate text on the bottom of the chip. So it gives you more options basically. So here's the customizer. It opens up into MakerWorld's online OpenSCAD interface. Now, don't worry too much about how these are sitting. Once you import the object into Bamboo Studio, it's fine. You can position them however you like. So you input your text in a comma-separated list. This means that you can even have multiple words on one, only in a single line though. So I could in the future add multi-line options, but the chips are so small that it's not really something people want to do. Put your text in here and then text input back. This is if you want to have different text on the opposite face of the Zingo chip. If you leave it blank, then it will just mirror it like it is now. Mirrored. Text rotation. This changes the orientation of the text. So if you watch here, we go generate, you can see how it will change it. This is good if you've got longer words. You can change it so it turns around the other way. Oops, sorry, I'll do this one. There you go, like that. So I prefer it this way for longer words, and it just works with the way I set up my bingo boards, because I use these with my own custom bingo boards, not with the ones that come with Zingo. You can change your font by selecting this, type in your font, and press the tick. Some fonts work better than others, so if it's a font with fine details, then you might need to use a 0.2mm nozzle. Text size, insert depth. Now this is how many layers that will be the font color. The minimum I think you need is 2 layers of text of color, but it does depend on the filament color you're using. So your mileage may be able to vary, trial some different things, but it does change how many color changes you're going to need. Text depth, font colors. It doesn't really matter what colors you choose here, because once you're in your slicer, you can assign those different objects to be different colors. Chip length. If you want to use these for something other than fitting in the Zingo dispensers, then change this if you like. But or if perhaps your printer settings need a slightly different size, then have a play around. But I've printed these many times using my Bamboo A1, and these fit in my dispenser and various dispensers, even cheap dispensers I bought on Temu. This chips per row just changes how many chips come along here, and then press generate. If you've got a lot of these, it might say a lot of chips on here, it might say the file is too large and it can't export it as a 3MF file. It will have to do it as an STL. If you select STL, you will lose the ability to change the colors and see the colors when you export it. So I recommend just doing it in 2 separate lots, exporting it in 2 separate lots. So here we go. If I download this, select the printer, and then confirm, and then download 3MF there. And once you've downloaded it, you can open it up in Bamboo Studio. I would open up my profile file and then import it into there, and then you'll have the print settings all ready to go.